Imagine a world in turmoil, grappling with a deadly virus, and amidst this chaos, a company finds an opportunity to soar financially. Yes, we're talking about Pfizer. As the globe was held captive by the unforgiving grips of the pandemic, Pfizer emerged as a beacon of hope, not just for the millions seeking a return to normalcy, but also for the company's financial prospects. An established titan in the pharmaceutical industry, Pfizer's role in developing one of the first approved vaccines for COVID-19 catapulted it into a new realm of profitability. This wasn't just about battling a health crisis, it was also a race against time, a competition of scientific prowess, and ultimately, a quest for tremendous monetary gains. The vaccine, a symbol of scientific triumph, was also a financial game-changer, turning the tides in Pfizer's favor. It was like striking oil in a barren land, a gold rush in the pharmaceutical landscape. The profits began to roll in and the numbers were staggering. But how much did Pfizer truly make during this time, you ask? Let's unfold this intriguing narrative. To understand the scale of Pfizer's financial success, we need to take a journey back in time, to the year 2020. Before the pandemic, Pfizer was already a titan in the pharmaceutical industry. But as the world turned upside down, this giant found a unique opportunity. In the year prior to the pandemic, Pfizer reported a net income of $16 billion. But when the pandemic hit, the game changed completely. As the virus spread, Pfizer partnered with BioNTech to develop a vaccine. By the end of 2020, their COVID-19 vaccine had received Emergency Use Authorization in several countries, including the United States. This marked the beginning of an unprecedented surge in profits. In 2021, Pfizer's vaccine was being distributed worldwide, and the company's finances reflected this. The company's net income skyrocketed to $36 billion, more than double the previous year's earnings. To put that into perspective, that's an increase of a staggering 125% in just 1 year. By 2022, Pfizer's COVID-19 vaccine had become one of the most widely used in the world. The company reported a net income of $41 billion that year. This marked another significant increase of approximately 14% from the previous year. In just 2 years, from 2020 to 2022, Pfizer's net income had grown by an astonishing 156%. A growth that, under normal circumstances, would have taken many years to achieve. From 2020 to 2022, Pfizer's financial growth was nothing short of spectacular. But what were the driving forces behind this success? Now that we've seen the astonishing financial growth, it's time to delve into the key factors behind Pfizer's pandemic-era success. Firstly, the high demand for a vaccine played a significant role. The world was in desperate need of a solution, and Pfizer was one of the few companies that could provide it. This urgency transformed into a global market for their vaccine, stimulating an exponential rise in revenue. Secondly, Pfizer's research capabilities were a vital component of their success. The company swiftly adapted to the situation, diverting resources and manpower to develop a vaccine at an unprecedented pace. Their BioNTech partnership and the utilization of mRNA technology proved pivotal in creating a highly effective vaccine, which further boosted their credibility and sales. Thirdly, the global distribution of the vaccine was a key driver of their financial success. Pfizer partnered with governments, health organizations, and logistics companies worldwide, ensuring the vaccine reached every corner of the globe. This widespread distribution allowed Pfizer to tap into various markets, multiplying their profits. However, amidst this success, a wave of controversy has also emerged. Questions have been raised about the morality of profiting from a public health crisis. Critics argue that the pandemic was a time for altruism, not capitalism, and that the vaccine should have been made available at cost. Pfizer, on the other hand, has defended its pricing strategy, stating that the profits are being reinvested in research and development to combat future health crises. Furthermore, there's the issue of tax avoidance. Reports suggest that Pfizer, like many other multinational corporations, has been exploiting loopholes in the corporate tax code to shift profits to low-tax jurisdictions, thereby reducing their tax burden. This practice has sparked debates about corporate responsibility, particularly during a global crisis. Undeniably, Pfizer's success story during the pandemic is a blend of opportunity, strategy, and a dash of controversy. As we move forward from the peak of the pandemic, the financial landscape for Pfizer is changing. In the wake of the global health crisis, Pfizer found itself on a roller coaster ride, with its profits soaring to unprecedented heights. But as we entered 2023, the ride began to take a steep downward turn. Pfizer's stock hit a 3-year low, down 50% from its peak in 2021. The decline in demand for its COVID-19 products played a significant role in this sharp decline. The closing bell of the stock market in November 2023 marked a somber moment for Pfizer. The company's stock closed at $28.96, its lowest since March 2020. From the zenith of its peak in 2021, the company had lost over 50% of its value. Pfizer reported a 42% revenue decline that year, marking its first quarterly loss since 2019. The company's market capitalization had dropped by a staggering $170 billion. The dwindling demand for COVID-19 products was a significant factor contributing to this decline. As the world began to recover from the pandemic, the need for vaccines and treatments started to diminish. The high profits that Pfizer garnered during the peak of the pandemic began to wane. However, this decline does not mark the end for the pharmaceutical giant. It's important to remember that every challenge also presents an opportunity. Pfizer, like other companies, must now navigate a post-pandemic world, finding new avenues for growth and profitability while adapting to the changing needs of a world that is slowly healing. The aftermath of the pandemic era is a new chapter for Pfizer. The company faces the challenge of maintaining its pandemic-era profits in a world where the demand for COVID-19 products is decreasing. But with its vast resources, extensive research capabilities, and a rich legacy in pharmaceutical innovation, Pfizer is well equipped to face these challenges. While Pfizer's pandemic profits have been impressive, the future holds a new set of challenges and opportunities. Only time will tell how this pharmaceutical giant navigates the post-pandemic world.